And hello, South Florida. Welcome to another live edition of the Real Estate Show, South Florida's #1 program about real estate, America's longest running daily radio show about real estate. And we got a great show for you today as we now have passed the hump day and we're down the final stretch going into our Thursday 8 p.m. edition of the Real Estate Show. And as usual, Thursdays, it's about the money. That's what ATM stands for. And so we're going to talk about our theme this week. We've been talking about the landlording. We gave you the 7 reasons why you should consider and really seriously think about landlording. We told you the 5 reasons why real estate is the ideal investment. We set that theme on our Monday show. We more evolved it into our Tuesday show, getting you into the specifics and for our tools, tips, and techniques. Yesterday, as you know, we had all sorts of headlines, interesting stuff, some hot off the press stuff, everything from the moratoriums, what was it? The extension of the tax filing date. It was just a number of things that I think was excellent for us to stay on top and ahead of the curve. Now, we've got a great show for you today. And as often on my Thursday shows, I'm joined by my good friend, serial entrepreneur, and real estate investor as well, Don Martin. Don, how are you doing today? Not sure if he's got the live feed. Anyway, I also wanted to remind our listeners that we're here live 5 days a week. And that means we come here 5 by 5 by 5, meaning that we are 5 days a week, 5 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern time, coming to you on 5 different mediums. We're on the AM dial at 1470 here. We're on the FM dial at 96.9 and 95.3. We're on the internet at automaticlandlord.com, crystal clear, everywhere you want to be. We're on the apps on your portable device, so you can listen to us on the iHeartRadio app, the TuneIn app, the radio.com app, the Spreaker app. And there's a list that goes on and on of all the different free apps that you can download onto your portable device, your tablet, your phone, and you can take us with you on the go. So, you know, in this world, in today's day and age, where everything is becoming more and more location independent, here the Real Estate Show will find you where you're at. So we're really excited because we also brought that very same theme to the concept of landlording. Now, for most people in the past, they've thought of landlording as something that was difficult, that required a lot of time, aggravation, 24 hours on call. And I'll tell you that if you do this the right way, if you do this the automatic landlord way, it is nothing like that at all. In fact, you know, our goal, believe it or not, and this goes back to when we originally founded this show 22 years ago. We are America's longest running radio show because we were always on the cutting edge. And 22 years ago, when we started this show, one of our founding principles is that we wanted to make real estate as easy as owning a CD, only way, way more profitable. And that's what we've done over the years. And so literally we have investors that simply write a check, just like when you buy a CD at the bank, you write a check at the closing. And then from then on in, you've got an asset that grows. You've got income that comes in on a monthly, consistent, ever growing, ever perpetual basis. You've got tax advantages that CDs couldn't even dream about. You've got the asset buildup CDs again don't have, and you have the ability to leverage your assets, which CDs absolutely can't do. So easier than a CD, or as easy as a CD, but way, way better. So I'm getting a message here that maybe Don is connected again. Don, are you there? Now I can hear you now. Sounds like a cell phone commercial. Can you hear me now? Yeah, and it's actually kind of funny because the last two times that you have been on, usually you and I are sitting, office to office across the country, as if we were next door, taking advantage of technology and everything else. You can be where you are up north, me down south. But the last two times you've been on the road, and I love the fact because it just absolutely reinforces what we're talking about. You could be anywhere doing this business. In fact, there's a number of businesses. In fact, I want to remind our listeners a couple of things. Not only are we 5 days a week here live on the air, but several days a week we do have workshops. Monday night we had our debt accelerator program. Tuesday night we had our credit accelerator program. And tonight, Thursday night, we have another episode in the university series. And it's very exciting. In fact, we are looking for some partners right this because, when we started looking at what we're going to be talking about in tonight's university series, and by the way, if you would like to attend our workshop for the university series, I'm going to give you a number in just a second. You want to type the word university to the following number, and that's 561-861-2366. That's 561-861-2366. And tonight, if you've ever dreamt about using your location freedom, if you wanted to learn a little bit more about how to take advantage of all the freedoms and all of the leverage that the internet gives you, and you wanted to create a passive income, just like rent's coming in every single month, then you want to come tonight because we're going to talk about developing your own web center, which is a way for you to create a business that practically runs itself. And Don, you're familiar with the web center concept, right? Mm-hmm. I love that from brick and mortar to click and order. And so what's really neat, and that's why, again, it's the word is university. Text it to 561-861-2366. We do have limited space because I'm not the only person talking about this and sharing this out there. So we do have limited space. Don't wait. You can text it right now during our radio show. But see, a lot of people start out curious because they want an affordable solution done by very highly professional people. See, what we're talking about tonight has nothing to do with becoming technology savvy, right? Not in the sense of you having to program anything. You don't have to be a graphic artist. You don't have to be an SEO expert. You don't have to understand social media, maybe even hate social media. But I'll tell you this, that you can't avoid the fact that social media is the mainstream out there today, and you've got to take advantage of it. And if you're not going to do it, then you've got to figure out a good solution. And you want a solution of people who understand it, been there, done that, got the t-shirt, and excel at it. And so there's two avenues that you might look at it when you come to the university series. And you're welcome to be my guest. It's absolutely for free. There's nothing, no cost. There's no obligation of anything here. What it is going to show you is two things. One, it's going to show you what you should be doing. What are you not doing with your web presence? And today, having a website is every bit as important and as fundamental as having a business card was in the past. If you didn't have a business card, no one took you seriously. If you don't have a website, I'm going to tell you that nobody will take you seriously, for starters. And number two, you're missing out on a whole ever-growing avenue of how business is conducted today. Just, I love that little saying that you just used. People are going from brick and mortar to click and order. And if you don't have the ability, and the cool thing about these web centers, you say, well, then I got to go out and get a merchant account. No, you don't. Oh, then I got to go out and find a web designer. No, you don't. I got to figure out and learn how the internet works. No, you don't. Come to this class tonight. It'll be about an hour overview for you to get an idea, and then you'll understand even what questions to ask your own IT guy, your own web person, and hopefully it'll light a fire, because if you're not making all the money that you think you should, and you're not marketing the way that you could, then this will be a really, really interesting workshop tonight. Anything you want to add to that, Don? Yeah, and that's the bottom line. Like I said, this may be because you need web solutions, or maybe people that need web solutions. And like we said, we're looking for some partners. We're looking to expand our reach. Being on the radio and being in the media, this is what we know very well. When we spotted this opportunity, well, the first thing we wanted to do was to share it with our alumni. And speaking of alumni, you know what? I'm going to hold that. We got to come up for a hard break here. We're going to take a quick break here, a few words from our sponsors. When we come back, Don and I want to tell you a little bit about our alumni project. And you're definitely going to want to hear this here on the Real Estate Show. So don't touch that dial. You're listening to the Real Estate Show. My name is Eric Willner, and we will be right back. So how are you guys doing? Els Panero, that's a new name for me. How are you? And where are you watching us from? Felipe from California. We got Rich from Pennsylvania. Cheers to you. Happy St. Patrick's Day. A day late. Busted. What's that? That's cruel and unconscionable. Mario Sabak, how is the home automation with Luxone and other server solutions reducing energy consumption? Well, there's a interesting question, and I'm actually not familiar with Is it Luxone or Lux One? But obviously, green construction and anything that makes home efficiency is a hot topic out there today. And by the way, also adds value to a lot of people who are looking for homes that have green solutions. So anyway, we're getting ready to come back. But there's a challenging question. And welcome back for those of you who might just be joining us here on the Real Estate Show. My name is Eric Willner, here with my friend, my business partner, and serial entrepreneur, Don Martin, who is on the road somewhere. I didn't even ask where you were, Don, today. Where are you? Well, that's good. I know that Pennsylvania was probably one of the more conservative states, not as bad as California, but I know that Pennsylvania was a bit slower on the uptake for the opening up. Everyone is trying and looking forward to opening up, especially here in the United States. Unfortunately, there's the situation isn't the same or as good everywhere else. Talking to some friends of mine, doing a lot of conversation for a project that we're working on in Brazil, and they're definitely challenged by the fact that the pandemic there is the numbers are on the rise there, and you have the Brazilian variant. So, but at least here we're able to get back into more. I would call it more of a hybrid, right? More of a hybrid business. Some Zoom, some telephone, some in person. And that's good. You know, it's healthy. I'm hoping that all of this is going to lead to more people getting back to work. Although I also hear, Don, and I don't know whether you hear this out there, that a lot of folks kind of like this ability to do business remotely. And if they had the choice to stay this way, you know, work from home and have that flexibility, they certainly would take it. Yeah. No, we didn't shut down at all. Well, they are, and obviously when they published the statistics comparing, Florida, which barely shut down, compare, they implemented social distancing. They did a number of limitation on capacity in stores, but stores, restaurants, for the most part, stayed open. And I think that was good. I think it was healthy for the economy. And what was very interesting is, Florida is about half the size of the population of California, and yet our numbers, even without all of the drastic draconian shutdown measures that the Californians did, our numbers, our performance, per capita was better. And so, though they actually found out that those measures were not the right measures to do, now they're finally coming back out. But some businesses were annihilated because they were closed for so long. And what's interesting is that, and this is something that we'll talk about both in our university series tonight. We're going to talk about the ability to maintain business regardless. One of the reasons why the Real Estate Show has been around for 22 years. We've been through recessions. We made it through the Great Recession back in 2008. The market crashed, the real estate bubble. We and how, I hate to say it, but proudly I say that we are even surviving the worldwide pandemic. We've already survived the pandiversary, which is what my little term for the 1 year anniversary, and certain businesses have actually flourished. Real estate, for one, is flourished. A lot of home style business have flourished. In fact, they have grown dramatically, and that's why it's important to keep an open mind and check out things that come along. And that's why we designed the university series here to be showcasing different businesses that might appeal to different people. Because when you have a business formula that works, and you have somebody that matches a passion that they have in that style of the business, then you have a winning solution. Because there's no point in trying to do something that you hate to do. But when you can find something that you identify with, whether it be real estate, whether it be online business, retailing, whatever the case may be, and you find a niche that you particularly love to do, and then you plug that into a formula that works. And nowadays with technology, when all the back office can be set up for you, a lot of the stuff that you don't need to do can be outsourced or already packaged for you. So, the whole concept of white labeling a business, and after all, a business nowadays is built on relationships and the ability to create a trusted recommendation, like you were talking, basically being like an intermediary, referring people to something that somebody who's known and trusted can recommend, and therefore people buy into that. And I think that's one of the biggest revelations that happened over the last 12 months is the importance of, you can have technology, because there's a lot of businesses that have technology that didn't do well. But if they had technology and had built a relationship already, and they did that on top of a proven formula or a system, something similar to a franchise without the big franchise fees. You know what I mean? Yes. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Yeah. So, for those of you who are regular, long-time listeners, you know that we're always offering different workshops and different things that we believe will help our listeners. Our ultimate goal is to help educate and empower our listeners to own a piece of the American dream, to be able to create a better life and lifestyle for themselves. And so we've had the big roundtable masterminds. We've had all the different types of workshops. And in our brainstorm in these meetings, we came up with the idea of the Real Estate Show Alumni Biz Connect. And number one, the object, of course, is to help business people connect with one another. In other words, to get good information, just like I was saying, good, reliable, proven, sound, trustworthy information that can help people to earn additional money, buy additional property, do all the things that you want to do. And so starting next Thursday, again, not this Thursday, but next Thursday. This Thursday, you got to type in the word university to 561-861-2366. And then next week, we're going to be introducing the Alumni Biz Connect, which I think you're going to find a lot of fun for real estate owners, landlords, investors, business owners, entrepreneurs of all sorts. And we're going to show you some very innovative ways to network and create and or grow your business. So the music is coming in, so that means that Don and I are on our way out. Don will continue on down the road. I will wrap the show up here. Remember, we're going to be back here, same place tomorrow for our Friday wrap-up, where we'll cover the high points of the week, a couple of new updates that we'll be talking to you about the stimulus and landlording and so forth. So until then, this is your host of The Real Estate Show, Eric Willner, signing off. Until tomorrow, thank you, Don. Drive safe, wash those hands, and make it a great day. Bye-bye. All right, my friend. Thank you. Without a hitch. Let's see here. We'll log that one down. Close that one down. And